we're born again, we are completely new man. We have righteousness and holiness. We're just like Jesus. That's one way to say it. We're just like God. God and Jesus, all the names of God, Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit's all God. Their names are God. So what happens is when we have that, then if we allow the Holy Spirit and allow ourselves to come in once we get saved and allow that Spirit to work in us, it does it without us even knowing it, but we've given it permission by becoming saved, right? We get saved, so we're going to line up with God. And when you think about that, how does that work sometimes? Is that one of the phrases that came to me as I was just sitting here to give you an example in Isaiah 61, 3 and 10. Have you ever heard put on the garment of heaviness? Put on the garment of heaviness, or have you heard put on the garment of praise? Put on the garment of praise for heaviness. That means we do it. See, we keep forgetting that thing we don't have. It says God is doing this in us, but it's in us to do, but we have to put it on. Just like we put on the full armor. We put on the full armor for spiritual warfare, right?
Our choice.
So when he's saying, yes, it's sometimes part, that's where that dichotomy goes in. Is, okay, it's done, but we still have a part. See, that's what he's saying. It's not that we have the part and we have to do it all. No, it's been done. Do you see? Does that help explain it? It's been done. We have everything we need in us, the fruit of the Spirit, all this kind of things that the Holy Spirit has because he's in us. We have it there. We need to access it. So we give the ability by doing it. We choose, as an act of our will, to believe the word, for example. We choose to believe God. How? By faith, I choose to believe. By faith. I may not understand it yet. As you start to do it, you start to have more faith for it, right? Because it works. You try to go, wow, that does work. I always had this phrase, and people don't ever like it when I'd say it. Years and years ago, when I was a kid, I'd always know that the faith works. If you work faith, it works. It says faith works. It says faith doesn't work. Well, faith works if you work it. It has to be worked. You have to work your faith. That's our part in it. We need to believe and act on it. How do we work it? We go in and get the word.
Make a choice.
We stand on it. We're going to believe it by faith. That's working the word, right? I'm going to believe it. Your word says this. I'm going to believe it by faith. I don't understand it. God, show me how to understand it. Then he'll start revealing these things to you on what to do. When we're talking about that one, put on the garment of praise for the feeling of heaviness. You ever feel heavy or down? Then when you get that way, what should we need to do? The word says what? Put on the garment of praise. How do you do that? If you're feeling down, one way is go, God, I praise you. I know you love me. You're here. You never leave me or forsake me. Start using the word. Speak it out. Declare it over. Here's one of the things that's like this. I was writing it down. Putting on your spiritual clothes. That's spiritual clothing. God has for us spiritual clothing. He's got the spiritual warfare. He's got the garment of praise for heaviness. If we're heavy, we should know we turn to praise. We don't turn to bickering and, oh man, I feel terrible. Do you see how the world switches it? It's just like you said, it appears sometimes to be just the opposite, and it pretty much is. God's kingdom is not like ours. It's God's way of doing things. And when we do put on that spiritual clothing, what are we doing? We're declaring the praises of God. We're going to declare, God still loves me. It didn't change. He's still here. And what it's going to do, it declares to God that he has the power to turn the situation around. I don't. If I did, it'd be done.
But
I used to tell Ed, if it was up to me, I'd already done it. And I had to learn as a kid, I can't do it. You get to that point where you think, I should be able to do this. I should be able to do this. I can do this. Nobody's ever said that to themselves. You find out, what do you find out?
You can't.
A lot of times you can't do it.
You can't.
And I said, great. Why is it great? Because now you're going to be able to say, God, would you do this for me? Your word says you can do this.
By the power of the Holy Spirit.
And so what happens, we change out of us deciding and allowing the Holy Spirit. And when we allow God to start moving through us, guess what does he do? Have you ever tried it? And I know you have. What's happened? Does he tell you to do something? Does he give you something to do? You move on what he's telling you. And if you don't hear his voice, go into the word and find out what it is. Remember, we said so many times, if it's finances, if it's health, we go and look those words up. Go look up health and do word studies on prosperity for finances or health or sadness or discouragement or depression. He's got words for everything. It says in the Bible, everything is in that word for
he's given us everything
health
we need.
And godliness, for the way to live. So what we do is we need to make an effort. That's our part, is find out what it is. Because remember, we said the Bible is God's last will and testament. And when somebody has a will and testament, what does it do? It usually there's something in there for you.
Gifts.
But how do you know what it is?
Read it.
And even in a natural will and testament, what do you have to do to find out what's there?
Read it.
Go read it. Find out what it is. Hey, do you have the will? Anybody ever had somebody die? What is their will? What is it? Why do they everybody go, where's their will? Why? Because there's something in there. And if they don't know what it is, how can they claim it? How can they receive it? How can they believe it? So with the Bible, if God's got that in there, you need to go find out what's in there that he has for you. Does that make sense? And then believe it by faith and start saying, God, I just trust. And when it says like garment of praise, put on praise music. Worship God. Start filling the word, and it's going to lift you up. Is that helping? Those kind of things, or how to apply this to make it work. Brady Ministries International is a nonprofit 501c3 organization. Your tax-deductible donations may be sent to the address on our website, edbradyradio.com, edbradyradio.com. Thanks, and may God bless you for your support and for your prayers.